thing I admire about you, one of the many things, Kamin, is that you've always had this passion for learning. You've always had an open mind. Uh, I know your story of seeing a helicopter and deciding I'm going to learn. You didn't just learn how to fly a helicopter, but you went into the Navy and became a combat helicopter pilot. That's really taking it all the way. You learned hypnosis a few years ago that you could apply in your coaching sessions so you could get to the subconscious mind right away, not over 2 years of coaching. And you've learned recently, you got your PhD in positive psychology, neuroscience. And uh, how important do you think having a learning mindset is, open learning, continuous learning, is to a coach and creating wealth as a coach?
I think it's number one, really, is because if we're not open to growing and learning, it's easy for our clients to bypass us and and accelerate past us because we're helping them learn. And if we're not learning, and you mentioned about hypnotherapy, one of the reasons that I went into hypnotherapy was because I noticed I'd been working with some of my clients for years, and they had made a lot of progress and then they stopped, and all the tools that I had was not moving them through um, what was going on in their life. And so I knew I had to learn something new and really come at it from a learner's mindset. And I think I've learned that from you and others like Ron and Mary Helnick, the ability to come at, even if I think I know something, to come at it fresh, because I really want to always learn. There's always a nuance. Even if I think I know something, there's a nuanced learning or a deepening in that learning that I can use with a client to help them apply it to their life. And so, my clients are always learning. I'm recommending books. Well, I'm helping them learn and grow. I've got to stay ahead of them. And
Yeah.
so some of it is for that, but it's also some of my learning is because I want to keep improving my life and growing and growing in wealth, growing in how can I be of greater service? Well, if I'm stuck, if I'm plateaued, there's only so much I can do.
Yeah. I remember Dr. Nathaniel Brandon saying, you must become what it is you're going to teach. You can't just learn about it and teach it. It's got to be something you're living. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, I thought, oh no, that I have to do that. I better go back and look at what I'm teaching and seeing if I've really learned that myself. And you've been great at that. And I'm impressed that you think that's number one, continuous learning.
I do. And I think, I mean, you've modeled it. You have gone and done your research of a multitude of different disciplines, and you're always attuning and learning and growing yourself so that you can help me and others. And so that's the thing that it's really from your modeling and others that, oh, I can have a growth mindset, as Carol Dweck says. I can keep sharpening my saw, right? Um, as Stephen Covey said in Seven Habits. So I have these books cataloged, and if I'm not learning, but I'm recommending them, some people will recommend things that they haven't read, and I try not to do that because I I better read them because my clients will ask me about them. So that continuous learning as a coach, you've always said it's this is the only profession where our personal growth is critical to the success of our business. And I
Yeah.
and I really have taken that to heart.